Hi, I'm Adam Keane, and if you like this channel, then please don't forget to subscribe, like it, and comment if you fancy. So, what about practicing 6 days a week? And what about moon days, right? Ladies' holidays and rest days, right? People get worried that they're practicing not enough, and also the same question is often asked, am I practicing too much? Should I have more of a rest, right? We learn in general exercise routines that we should have a rest every other day. But yet in yoga we seem to practice most days pretty much, or we're told 6 days a week practice is the traditional Ashtanga practice. As well as respecting the moon days, and as well as, if you're a lady, respecting your period time, I don't like the euphemism ladies' holiday potentially, just the time that you're menstruating. 3 days was the classic or traditional thing that they say in Ashtanga yoga. So what do I think? Well, first of all, I think if you're practicing Ashtanga in a certain way, in other words, if you're modifying yoga to how you feel, you should be able to practice yoga any day you want. Even if you're menstruating, you simply hold the yoga practice in a gentle fashion to the extent that feels comfortable, right? If you're practicing yoga to the nth degree, if you're holding your bandhas by squeezing your abs in, you shouldn't be doing that anyway, right? You should be always practicing in a more holistic fashion, using bandha as more of a principle of awareness in the first place, and not using yoga as another tool to beat yourself up with. So essentially, if you're practicing yoga in a careful way, listening to your own body, you should be able to do it any day you want to. If it feels right to practice during the time of menstruation, then there should be no reason why, or anyone telling you that you can't. If it doesn't feel right, then don't. You shouldn't have to either, right? The same thing with the moon day. If it feels right to you to respect the moon day, then I'm certainly not here to tell you not to do that. It's a nice observation to do. It gives a nice patterning to life. It seems to somehow link the practice to the natural ebb and flow of nature as well. On the other hand, there's no real scientific information to say anything to validate in any way the moon day idea, right? Yes, the body is water, yes, the moon pulls water, but not to the degree that it would affect the water in the body, right? This is, it's a thought, it's a hypothesis, but it has in no way been proven. And in fact, the general understanding is that Pattabhi Jois took those extra days because his family requested that he wasn't spending enough time with them, and they called them moon days. But anyway, take them if you like, there's nothing wrong with that, but again, you don't have to. Now, coming on to the 6 days a week thing. Again, body needs rest. It needs 1 day rest probably. A week is not a bad thing. On the other hand, as I mentioned, if you modify your practice, you can do yoga every day, but not yoga to the performance level every day. An athlete, for example, wouldn't train the same every day. They would train in a modified way most days, and there's only now and again that they really switch it on and train to their highest level. So really we're looking for a 60% maximum effort in our practice, 60%, right? Not more than, right? So to that end, you can do yoga most days you want, but on the other hand, respect your own body, and if you need to take extra days off, you feel that, do so, right? Do so. It doesn't make it traditional to practice till you're depleted, right? This isn't the idea. It's a practice to support your life, and not a practice to demonstrate you're good enough or demonstrate you're a valid student of the traditional Ashtanga method, right? So we need to hold that in our mind and think that the yoga is for us and not us for the yoga. Seems obvious, but even I got waylaid in looking at yoga in the other way around. So finally, I guess I would stress that point once more. 60% training, and then train whenever you feel like it, right? You don't have to train every day. It won't make any difference if you miss a day. It won't make any difference if you miss 2 days, right? I think the magic number is in fact 4 days a week probably to really affect change that you can see, visible and definite change you can see. Over that, yes, more change may come, but you can even overtrain yourself, and actually it can be detrimental to your progress, obviously, as you overstrain ligaments and tendons, don't give them a rest to recover. You're more prone to injury the more you practice in a way too. So it can actually put your progress back if you don't take a rest now and again. Anyway, this is no form or fashion the definitive information or answer to this query, but I hope it fleshes out the subject a little bit and just allows you a sense of a bit more confidence and jurisdiction over your own body, and the attempt to listen to it. I know it's not easy to listen to it, and half of the practice of yoga is to be able to listen to it. But nevertheless, we have to try, and sometimes it might just be better to go for a walk and not practice at all. You have to be motivated to do the yoga as well. If you're not motivated, if you're too tired physically or mentally, then the practice is as good as useless anyway. So just bear that in mind, and as always, if you like it, subscribe, comment or whatever, and I'll see you again soon.